Assalamu alaikum my friends, welcome to my channel Learn Arabic with Shazia. This is lesson number 9 from Madina book 1. Now before I start this lesson, let me tell you, in this lesson you will learn about more of jumla ismiya, and one more thing is added in this jumla ismiya is the sifa. Sifa means the adjective, and there are rules for adjective, there are rules for jumla ismiya. Before I start explaining this lesson, I would like you to take you all to the rules of jumla ismiya. I would like to discuss on my whiteboard, so let's do that first. Now let's see what jumla ismiya is. For those who are new to the Arabic rules, Arabic grammar, let me tell you that these are very important rules in forming an Arabic sentence. You need to understand about the jumlas that you are going to make in Arabic, the rules for the formation of making an Arabic sentence. So first you should understand what is jumla ismiya. What do you mean by ismiya? What is jumla ismiya? Ismiya means noun. The sentence made up of nouns. How many nouns? It's a sentence which have two nouns altogether, and sometimes there is a sifa too, and this sifa is also a noun. And what is the work of the sifa? As in English we can say it's an adjective. The work of an adjective is to describe the noun. So the first noun is called a mubtada. For example, if there is a jumla, I'll give you uh, al-waladu kabirun. It's a simple, it's a very simple um, sentence. Kabirun. Kabirun. Now, what is mubtada? The first noun is a noun, and it is called a mubtada. The first starting noun of the sentence is called the mubtada, and the second one is called the khabar. And the first noun, and you can see it's a subject in English. We can call it as a subject in English, and the second one as predicate. And the second noun is called a khabar, the predicate. Both are in marfu case. Now what is this marfu case? Why I'm calling it a marfu? There are three harakas in Arabic, that is the dhamma, the fatha, and the kasra. These three are the main harakas in Arabic grammar, and the noun which gets a dhamma is called marfu. Marfu or marfu'un, as in Arabic you can call it marfu'un. Now the noun which gets a fatha, now let me tell you, where does this dhamma, fatha and kasra comes? Where do you put these haraka? For example, if you write a noun in Arabic, al-walad, the which haraka will you see? The haraka on the waw or the haraka on the lam? No, the haraka on the last letter of the noun. It's dhamma. It's the place where you put the haraka. Where is the last letter? The kabir. In kabir, the last letter is ra. So where will you put the haraka? The last letter on ra. Last letter ra, and there is a tanween dhamma. We call it tanween because it's the double. And why it's double? The noun which is a nakira or indefinite gets a double haraka, I mean the tanween haraka, and the noun which is marifa or definite gets a single haraka. This is very important in Arabic grammar. So the noun which gets a dhamma, now in this case, even if it's a tanween or a single haraka, is the same, marfu case. And the noun which gets a fatha is called mansoob. Mansoob, position. And the noun which gets a kasra is called majroor. majroorun. So these are the three cases, 1, 2, and 3. And we will be doing inshallah all these grammar rules, but for now the rules which are coming in the lesson, I'm concentrating on those rules only. So the fourth point, the both are in marfu case. That means the mubtada and khabar will have dhamma only. There are three types of jumla. This is very important. Jumla ismiya, that's what we are going to learn here. There is jumla failure number 2. Jumla failure is not in this lesson. There are few sentences, but not much. So we will learn accordingly as it comes in our future lessons. And the third type of jumla is the shibhu jumla, and I will discuss it later, inshallah. So these are the three type of jumlas, and jumla ismiya, as you now understand, it's the nouns. We are concentrating on the nouns only in jumla ismiya. So let's see what is jumla ismiya consisting of. So jumla ismiya is made up of two nouns. The first is mubtada. Mubtada on, I think I've forgotten, or it's a typing mistake. Mubtada on, sorry, mubtada u, and al-khabaru. Al-khabaru. This is the second type, second noun. Now, let's concentrate first on the mubtada and the rules of mubtada. So it is the starting noun of the sentence. We know this. It is always marifa. Yes, the lam at-tarif. It will have a lam at-tarif. It is always marfu case. That is the dhamma. The mubtada can be damir. Yes. Now in this case, the mubtada can be a damir. It can be a noun. It can be, as you can see, number 1, damir. It can be an ismal ishara, it can be a questioning tool, idafa, or it can be a compound word, hadal waladu. We will see in the lesson. And sometimes a mubtada can come as nakira. Now this point I have included now because it might create a confusion for students who are learning grammar, because sometimes they see that there are sentences in which mubtada are nakira. There are sentences, for instance, when mubtada is nakira, there are certain rules for that when mubtada comes nakira, but I'm not going to discuss it now as this lesson does not have sentences in which mubtada comes nakira. So I'm going to concentrate on the sentences in which mubtada are marifa. Later in future lesson when it comes, I'll discuss the rules. So I have just included as a point here to know, to you all to know that yes, a mubtada can come as nakira. So let's see with the khabar, rules of khabar. A khabar is always nakira, as I have told you. It will not come with an al. It will never come with an al. And when it comes nakira, you will see a tanween haraka, the double haraka. It comes after the mubtada. Yes, it is a rule that it comes after the mubtada. First you will write the mubtada and then comes the khabar. It gives information about the mubtada. Whatever the khabar comes, whatever noun you write here, you will write or form a sentence in which you will give the information about the mubtada. So it follows. The fourth point is, now this is very important point. Now you have to keep in mind, it follows mubtada in two things actually. In gender, it follows a mubtada in gender and in number. If mubtada is singular, your khabar, the noun which you will choose for information for khabar, will also be singular. If this is feminine, your noun in khabar will be feminine. So it follows in gender and number, two things. This is a very important point. And now I have included this point. Sometimes a khabar can come as a marifa, but it has some different rules, but I'm not going to discuss it now. And yes, now we have a shibh jumla. As I've told you, I'm not going to discuss about the jumla failure. I will discuss about jumla, shibh jumla. Now, what do you understand by shibh jumla? A shibh jumla is a sentence which looks like a complete sentence, but it's not a sentence. Rather, it's an incomplete one. Why? Because it gives half of the information, and it has two types. What type? A shibh jumla with a harf jar, that means fi, min, ala. You will find all these harf jar in this type of jumla. And the second type is with zarf zaman or makan, both. Like for example, with the harf jar fil fasli, you can see it is half part of the sentence and it has a harf jar. And this one tahta sariri, it is half of the sentence with the zarf makan, adverb of place. You can, in English you can say adverb of place or time. So this is shibh jumla. The word shibh means look alike. So it does look like a sentence, but it's not a full complete sentence, just half part of the sentence, which gives half of the information. So this is shibh jumla. Now we come to the main part that you will learn about sifa in this lesson. What is sifa? Sifa means a describing word, a word with which you describe, describing noun. It's an additional noun that comes after the word that you want to describe. If you want to describe a word, first you will write the noun, and then after that you will write the sifa, which is called an adjective in English. So the rule in Arabic sentence is first the noun and then you will write the sifa. When you see in English language, it's first the adjective or the sifa and then comes the noun. So this is the rule in English, but in Arabic we will write first the noun and then comes the sifa. So now you will see it's a describing noun. In English we say an adjective. It may come to describe mubtada also, and it may come to describe the khabar also. It may come with the mubtada and it may come with the khabar. Both it can come. And it has four rules. Very important. It has four rules to follow. How will you recognize and how will you decide that this is the sifa for the noun? So you must check all these 4 points while recognizing a sifa. First of all, I would like to tell you, in looking at it, first you will see it is just like the mirror image of the word that you want to describe. It's just like a mirror image. The rules for sifa, now in Arabic, we can call it as naat, and it's the naat sifa can be called as naat also. And manut, what is manut? The noun that you want to describe, manut, and it follows the word to describe, that is the man'ut. I told you the noun to describe. And what is mausuf? Actually it's wrong here. I wanted to write naat, naat and sifa. You may call it as naat or sifa, both. It's a synonym. And here you can call it man'ut wa mausuf. So when you call sifa, the describing noun will be mausuf. When you call naat, the describing noun will be man'ut. So this is the difference. And these are all synonyms. So the four things that you will check before deciding it is a sifa is its definiteness. If the noun is definite, the sifa will be definite. If the noun is nakira, then the sifa will be nakira. And you will check the gender. If the noun is male, the sifa will be male. If the noun is feminine, the sifa will be feminine. If the noun is singular, the sifa will be singular. If the noun is dual, the sifa will be dual, and if the noun is plural, the sifa will be plural. And if the noun has dhamma, the sifa will also have a dhamma. If the noun has fatha, the sifa will also have a fatha. And if the noun has a kasra, the sifa will also have a kasra. So these four things you need to check before deciding it is a sifa or not. So now this is also an important point that I always teach my students, the formula to follow when putting harakas and making an Arabic jumla ismiya. Now this is what I teach all my students, and it's really important that whenever you want to form a jumla ismiya in Arabic, follow this formula: mubtada, khabar plus sifa. So this is how you are going to put the nouns one after the other. So if I tell you to form a random sentence, so maybe let's see an English sentence like a girl. Okay, let's start with the marifa. The girl is beautiful. Okay, I'll take it. The girl is tall. The girl is tall. So what will you write? Now our starting noun is definite. What do you call girl in Arabic? Bint. So I will write al bintu al-bintu. Now, as you know, mubtada is always a marfu having a dhamma. So I will put a dhamma on the last letter of the noun. And it's marifa. Mubtada is always marifa. Al-bintu. Now, what about is? In Arabic, is, am, does not exist. So you need not put anything here, but after that is our khabar, the predicate. So what about the khabar? Tall. What do you call tall in Arabic? Now, as you see the formula, first the mubtada and then comes the khabar. So your khabar is tall. What do you call tall in Arabic? Tawil. But before putting tawil, check is it feminine or male. It is a feminine word, uh, but though it may not have a ta marbuta, but this noun tells it's from the meaning it's feminine. So we will take our khabar tawilatun, feminine, and I will put a tanween. Why? Because it's nakira and khabar is always nakira. So this is what you will do when you want to form an Arabic jumla ismiya. Mubtada plus khabar. Now, if I want to put a sifa also for the girl and or a sifa for the khabar, so where will I put? Now first I will put a sifa for the tawil. So I will put a tawilatun and uh, I can say very tall, so too much tall. So I can put a sifa, kathiratun, kathiratun. So kathiratun. Now, how will a person decide that this sifa or this noun is a sifa, and sifa for what? Sifa for mubtada or sifa for khabar? You can see by the image. Does it have an al? No. Definitely it is a sifa for tawil. Tanween, tanween. Feminine, feminine. Singular, singular. And harakas are also same. So this is definitely sifa for khabar. Tawilatun kathiratun. Too much tall. Now, if I want to put a, sifa for the girl, al-bint, so I will put al-kathira to single haraka. Now, even if I don't write the sifa here or at the end of the sentence, by looking at the image of the noun, you will decide that this is the sifa for the bint. Why? Marifa, marifa. Feminine, feminine. Singular, singular. Gender, feminine. And haraka, haraka. Single haraka, single haraka. So this is definitely the sifa for bint. This is how you will decide, even though this noun is written after khabar. Sometimes it does happen. So, and now look at these examples that I have given you here. Al-waladu kabirun. So this is a simple jumla ismiya. Now I have put the sifa here for the khabar. As you can see, the image nakira, nakira, male, male, singular, singular, and haraka, haraka. Right? So this is sifa for khabar. Now I have put the sifa for mubtada. As you can see, al, male, male, singular, singular, haraka, haraka. All as a mirror image. So it is the sifa for mubtada. Now I purposely wrote the sifa here for the mubtada just to make you understand. Sometimes in sentences a sifa may come afterwards, but how do you recognize? By the image of the noun coming. And here I have put the sifa just after the mubtada to let you know that this sifa is for the mubtada and it may come just after the mubtada also. So there is no specific position that it should come after the khabar or it should come just after the mubtada. It may change its place. But how are you going to recognize? By seeing checking the all 4 points for the sifa. So these are the most important points in checking the sifa. Now, in all these points, we have discussed about the shibhu jumla, the jumla ismiya, and the components of the jumla ismiya with mubtada and khabar. I hope it's clear now for you all. So now let's start with the lesson. Now inshallah you'll be able to understand the structure, grammatical structures and the rules and the jumla ismiyas and everything inshallah. Man hadha rajulu. Now in this sentence it's a question and hadha rajul is one word as I told you. Ism al-ishara with marifa noun is considered to be one compound word. Huwa Abbasun. So in this sentence, as you can see, I told you in mubtada a damir may come. So this is mubtada and this is khabar. Abbasun tajirun. Now this jumla ismiya is mubtada and what is the khabar information about Abbas? That he is a trader. So your translation will be Abbas is a trader. Why? Because it's a nakira. You need to learn how to translate also. Huwa Abbasun, he is Abbas. And Abbasun, now since it's an Arabic name, as I've already discussed this before in my previous lesson, all Arabic names has tanween dhamma and they can come at the place of mubtada with tanween. You need not write single haraka here. All proper names are marifa here. Names. Tajiru, tajirun. How do I know I have to put the tanween here? It's nakira because I know the position. Starting noun mubtada, then just after the mubtada comes the khabar. And after khabar, what is coming? Ghaniyun. So from the meaning also you will see tajirun, ghaniyun means rich. So your translation is Abbas is a. Why a? Because nakira. A and now sifa comes after the noun. As I told you, in Arabic it comes after the noun, but when you translate it into English, you need to put first adjective. Ghaniyun, a rich trader. You have to flip the Arabic in whenever you are trying to translate in English. You need to flip the nouns. Okay. Hamidun, since it's a proper noun, mubtada, mudarrisun. Hamid is a teacher. Hamidun, it's a khabar, right? Mubtada. Mudarrisun, check the haraka. Jadidun. Now, Hamid is a. Now, you need to flip. First is our what type of teacher he is. This is sifa and this is khabar. You need to check nakira, nakira, male, male, singular, singular, haraka, haraka. So, jadid means new, is a new teacher. So, this is how you're going to translate and put the harakas accordingly with the rules of the grammar of jumla ismiya. Now, let's see. Ma hadha. Questioning tool. Ma hadha. What is this? Hadha. Now, ism al-ishara can come the place of mubtada, and they are all marifa and they will never change their harakas. They are mabni. Mabni means never changing. So all these huwa, damirs, ism al-ishara, ism mawsool, they are all mabni, coming with their structure that are built. Like hadha is built on fatha. They will never change its haraka. It's called mabni. Hadha tuffahun. Now this is male ism al-ishara and ism al-ishara lil qareeb means something very near. Hadha tuffahun. This is an apple. And apple noun in Arabic is male. So this is also male, this is also male, and this is khabar. Tufa. So what haraka will you put on ha? Tanween dhamma. Because both of them are in marfu case. Now at-tufah is mubtada, as you can see, marifa. What haraka will I put on ha? Dhamma, single. Fakihatun. There is a tanween. So definitely this is khabar. And you see there is a mubtada has come. So khabar will come after that. Ladhizatun. Now you can see ata marbuta and ata marbuta. Same haraka. Nakira nakira. Singular singular. Feminine feminine. So this is sifa for fakiha. Fakiha is fruit. So what is the translation here? The apple is, because whenever you want to translate a khabar, before that you need to put. Now apple is singular, that's why I'm putting is. When this is plural, you will put are. Is a. Now put the adjective first. Delicious fruit. Just like before we did. Mahadha. Now this is ismal ishara lil ba'id. What is that? What is that? Even in this question, the is should be there. Here you need not write anything. Dhalika mubtada. And here ismal ishara dhalika lil ba'id is built on fatha, mabni. Remember that. Mabni. That is usfurun. Usfurun is nakira and this is khabar, means sparrow. That is a sparrow. And al usfuru mubtada, single haraka, marfu, ta'irun, nakira, saghirun. So where is the sifa and for whom the sifa is coming? For only khabar. So sifa is here for khabar. Now you will translate the sparrow, because it's marifa. Sparrow is a. Now put the adjective first. Saghir means small bird. العربية لغة سهلة. العربي معرفة مبتدأ مرفوع لغة نكرة and سهلة نكرة. So this is a sifa for لغة. لغة means language and لغة in Arabic is a feminine noun. You can see the ta marbuta. And sifa comes for lugha because it also has a ta marbuta at the end and the harakas are the same. They are both mirror image. So your translation will be the Arabic is, because now you're putting khabar, is a, now is an, because in English when you have a vowel in front of the noun easy, then you will put an. Easy language. Now let's see the other part of the lesson. العربية لغة جميلة. Same. مبتدأ, then خبر and صفة. مبتدأ خبر and صفة. Now what is the translation? The Arabic is a beautiful language. عمار طالب. After Ammar, we have Khabar. That's why Nakira. Mujtahidun means hardworking. Hardworking. So, Talibun, Mujtahidun, Sifa. And now, after the comma, when the atf comes, that means a new sentence is starting. Always. And you know the rule, whatever comes before atf, the same comes after the harf atf. Wa Mahmudun Mubtada, Talibun Khabar, Kaslanu is Sifa. Now one may ask, here is tanween. Why isn't there tanween here? Because Kaslan is a noun that cannot have a tanween. And these type of nouns are called غير منصرف. غير منصرف. منصرف. What is غير منصرف? Means that they cannot change their harakas. They can either have a dhamma or a fatha. A dhamma in marfu case and a fatha in mansub and majroor. Both cases it will have a fatha. It will show fatha in both cases. These type of nouns are called ghair munsarif because they cannot show the full declension. So the full declension of a noun is Dhamma, Fatha and Kasra. Means if a noun takes all three haraka, that means the noun is fully declinable. And if it doesn't take even one haraka, then you call that noun as Ghair Munsarif. In this case, it cannot take a kasra. That's why it is a Ghair Munsarif. So here, and they will have only one haraka. One haraka, kaslanu. Since it has one haraka, never mind, but there is a dhamma, so it is a sifa for talib. And for some more examples for ghair munsarif are all the names of feminine names in Arabic for feminine women's, like Aminatu, they will have single haraka. Salma and Khadija, they all have, all the feminine names have single haraka and they cannot have kasra. So they are all ghayr munsarif. Now, man anta, who are you? Who are you? It's a question. Ana talibun. Now, damirs can come and this is khabar talibun. So what is the I forgot to give the translation. Mahmudun talibun kaslanun, and Mahmud is a lazy student. In this case, it's an opposite words. مجتهد كسلان. أنا طالب. أنت طالب جديد. This is interrogative because أنت. Now this is the spelling of أنت and this is a questioning tool for interrogation. أنت طالب جديد. Are you a new student? نعم أنا طالب جديد صفة. I am a new student. So now let's do the exercises. اقرأ واكتب. So what is the first sentence? Let's put the harakas here. محمد proper name. مبتدا طالب خبر information about Muhammad. قديم صفة. أذلك رجل. Now this is a question. ذلك built on fatha. الرجل single dhamma. Why? Because ism al-ishara with ذلك zalika and the marifa noun is one compound word. This is mubtada. So one haraka. Mudarrisun khabar and jadidun sifa. And haraka will be the same as mudarris. The answer is La Huwa. It is built on Fatha, Mubtada, and Tabibun, Khabar, and Jadidun is Sifa. La, no, he is a new doctor. Hada Darsun, Darsun Khabar. This is mubtada and this is not a compound word. Why? Because there is no al. So in this case, haza is mubtada, darsun is khabar, sahlun is sifa following the same haraka. Abbasun mubtada, tajirun khabar and shahirun famous is sifa for tajir. The translation is Abbas is a famous trader. This is, now the translation for number 3 is, this is an easy lesson because of the E and. Bilalun, mubtada, muhandisun, khabar and kabirun is sifa for khabar. Inkliziyatu means English. It's mubtada and marfu. Lughatun khabar. Sa'abatun means difficult. This is sifa. English is a difficult language. Anta rajulun ghaniyun. Are you a rich man? Because of nakiratan. La ana rajulun. In this case, mubtada. Rajulun khabar. Fakirun poor. I am a poor man. This is sifa. Al-Kahiratu means the country name Cairo. Al-Kahiratu madinatun mubtada khabar sifa kabiratun. This word describing Madina, not Kahira. Anta mudarrisun kadimun, old teacher. Are you an old teacher? Why an? Because of the vowel O. In English, La. Ana mudarrisun jadidun. I am a new teacher. And the last of all, there are more. Okay, the last of all is Hamidun. Hamidun. This is questioning tool. Hamidun. This is mubtada. Talibun khabar. Kaslanu single haraka. As I told you, these are ghair munsarif sifa. And la huwa mubtada. Talibun khabar. Mujtahidun sifa for talibun. Now, question number 2. Da fil farag. Da fil farag means, da means it's a command, means put. Fil farag, blank spaces. Fil jumal, in these sentences following. Atiya means following. Naatan means sifa, adjective. Munasiban, suitable. Suitable adjectives you need to put. So, Khadijatu, now this is a feminine name, Mubtada, and it will take a single haraka. Khadijatu talibatun, this is khabar. So, any sifa we will take. Talibatun, mujtahidutun. Mujtahidatun. Mujtahidatun. Khalidun, double, because proper male names are gets tanween dhamma. Tajirun, mubtada, khabar. Now you need to put a sifa. Tajirun, shahirun. العربية مبتدا خبر double حركة لغة سهلة. سهلة because of femininity. سهلة. العصفور طائر صغير means small bird. And التفاح فاكهة لذيذ. And لذيذة because of femininity. أنا مدرس جديد, male, so we will choose male sifa. جديد. محمد طبيب جديد. Then إنجليزية لغة صعبة because of the feminine. أنت طالب خبر and قديم and القاهرة مدينة كبيرة. So this is how you will put the harakas and the answers with all the rules accordingly. Question number 3. ضع في المكان الخالي means in the blank spaces. Put in the blank spaces in these following sentences. في الجمل الآتية. منعوت مناسبا. What is منعوت? The noun that you want to describe. منعوت or موصوف, anything you can call. موصوف. These are synonyms. So now we will choose carefully for man'ut, mawsuf, the noun that you want to describe. Al-Arabiyatu lughatun. And harakas accordingly. Khabar, so nakiratain and nakiratain. Damma because khabar is marfu always. Ammarun ghaniyun. So he's a tajirun. Tajirun ghaniyun. Ana talibun. All nakiratan. Qadimun. Hadha qalamun. Qalamun maksurun. We need to see if this is male, we need to choose a male noun. Faisalun dash kaslanu single. So Faisalun talibun, or you can say waladun. Waladun kaslanu because this is from غير munsarif. Now let's see the next question. Iqra. Now these are from the غير منصرف. Kaslan means lazy. All these words are from غير منصرف. جوعان hungry. عطشان thirsty. غضبان angry. And ملآن full. I am full, as you can say. Ana jaw'an, I am hungry. But this is mubtada jaw'anu, and this is khabar. So you will put only one haraka. Anta jaw'anu? La ana atshan. No, I am atshan, thirsty. Khabar. لماذا المدرس غضبان اليوم? اليوم is coming as zarf here. Why is the teacher angry today? الكوب ملان الكوب. So the cup is filled. Cup is filled. خبر and مبتدا. Let's move on to the next question quickly. Now I think these are the words used in the section, this first section. Al-lugha is the language. Let's put the meanings here. Language. A-ta'ir, bird, the bird actually. Ja'an, hungry. Atshan, Ghadban, angry. Shahirun, famous. Yawm is day. Atshan is thirsty. Usfur, sparrow. And Madina, city. Kaslan, lazy. Malan, fill or full. So let's check the section ba here. What do we have? Ba. Aina mudarrisu. Now here you can see again all the rules of jumla ismiya. Now in this section we are not we will see that the khabar is coming as a shibhu jumla. Now aina mudarrisu, where is the teacher? Huwa mubtada. Fi, now what you have in khabar? Fi harf jar. So this is the type of khabar. What type of khabar? Shibhu jumla with harf jar. So this in total we have a khabar as shibhu jumla with harf jar. Fil fasli. So what is your translation? He is in the class. Fil fasli. وَأَيْنَ الْمُدَرِّسُ الْجَدِيدُ? Where is the new teacher? Not where is the teacher the new. You have to put where is the new teacher. And in translating, you should put only one time the. As where is the new, and you should not put the teacher. It's totally wrong. You will always check this. The new teacher, not the new the teacher. And sifa first, then the noun in English. Huwa mubtada عند المدير. This is our shibh jumla. Khabar with zarf. This is our khabar. And أين الطالب الجديد? Where? Where is the new student? Not the student. The new student. So ذهب, this is فعل جملة فعلية. ذهب إلى المكتبة. فعل and file is hidden in it. He تقديره هو. ذهب إلى المكتبة. Now, why the damir is hidden in it? Because all past tense in Arabic, they have a pronoun huwa hidden in it. All the past tense verbs in Arabic. And when you translate, you cannot translate as go. He, you will translate as He, even though you don't find anything huwa he written here, you cannot write huwa dhahaba. You cannot write, it's totally wrong. He went, since it's a past tense, he went to the, what is maktaba with ta marbuta? Library. And without ta marbuta is office. The library. Man dhalika ar-rajulu. Who is that man? One word. Why? Because ism al-ishara and marifa considered to be as one word. Single haraka. Who is that man? And there is a sifa also, mirror image. So what will be your translation? Who is that tall man? What will you write? Who is that? First sifa, tall, and then now, tall man. And alladhi, now this is mausul, is translated as who. In case of humans, it's translated as who. In case of ghair aqil plural, objects, animals, it is translated as which. Who kharaja, exited, al-an, now, zarf, min al-madrasati. So, who exited now from the school. مبتدا هو المدير الجديد. He is the new principal. So that's how you will translate. So here is another one. وَمَنِ الْوَلَدُ. Why a kasra here? Because in Arabic, the question tool man has a sukoon and lam at-tarif also has a sukoon. So in Arabic, no two sukoons means together. So the first sukoon is removed and a kasra is given. Manil. Manil waladu. Who is the small boy? Because this is sifa for walad. Who is the small boy who exited now from the class? Okay, that's how you're going to translate. Huwa mubtada ibnul mudiril jadidi. Now, this is in the construction of idafa, mubtada mudaf, mudaf ilay. But this is our khabar. Khabar is coming as an idafa. Now, what about this? This is a sifa for whom? For ibn or mudir. You will check first the structure al, single, male, and the haraka. Now, one may ask that yes, this is a big confusion when idafa comes and a sifa comes. A student might not know the sifa, is it for the mudaf ilayhi or is it for the mudaf? So one may see, okay, there is an al, definitely this is sifa for mudir. But sometimes you may see a sifa with al and with a dhamma. Then what will you do? This is a sign that this sifa is for ibn. Why? Because ibn is having a dhamma. That's why you need to see all the 4 points for sifa. But one may ask that ibn doesn't have an al, then why al here? Because when the noun ibn was joined with the mudaf ilay mudir, marifa noun, this ibn noun also became marifa. It also became marifa with this mudir. So if you want to describe ibn, you need to take the sifa as a marifa noun. Sometimes it may come like this, al ibnu al mudiri al jadidu. So in this case, what will be your translation? You will say he is the new son of the principal. Put the sifa first for the son. The sifa here is for son because it's having a dhamma. Okay? So you will put the sifa for son. But when the sifa comes for mudir, then what is your translation? With a kasra. Sorry, this kasra. And now this sifa is for mudir. So what will be your sifa? Then he is the son of the, now put the sifa, new principal. This is how you will translate. Now, why I'm trying to explain the translation also, because this is very important. If you can translate well in English, then know that when you read the Quran and you know the Arabic, in mind automatically the sentences are going to be translated while reading the Arabic ayahs in Quran, and in your mind it will be translated into your own language. So that's why you need to do the translation very well. So, Huwa Ibnul Mudir al Jadidi. So, our translation here for this sentence is he is the son of the new principal. So, let's get to the next portion of the lesson here. Okay. Liman. As I have told you, Liman is a questioning tool with harf jar li plus man. Liman. Tilkal sayyaratu. This is one word. Mubtada. Al jamilatu. Sifa for whom? Sayyara. Al tamarbuta single haraka and feminine. So what is the translation? For whom is that? Now this is feminine, ismal ishara for lil ba'id, femininity. For whom is that beautiful car? So you will say, for whom is that beautiful car? Hiya mubtada lil mudiri. Now this is our khabar shibhu jumla with harf jar. Khabar al jadidi. Now decide for whom is this sifa? Kasra al. Okay. Now mudir, lil mudir. One may be confused with the structure lil. Now whenever the marifa noun comes, mudiri. Okay, whenever the marifa noun comes with the harf jarli, know that the alif is deleted and lam comes together and makes lil mudiri. So this mudir is marifa. Don't get confused and never make this mistake. This is marifa. Whenever you see lil like this, know that it's a marifa. The alif is deleted and both lam comes together. So this is kasra, marifa, male, singular. This is sifa for mudir. So what will be your translation? She is the new principal. Sorry, not she. This it is the car. It is now. This here is used for the hierarchical plural. When the here pronoun is used for hierarchical plural, it is translated as it. It is for the new principal. Why here? Because it's a feminine noun, sayyara. Liman hadhal kitabu. One word, mubtada. Liman, for whom is the book Al-Kabir. Now this is sifa for kitab. So what will you put? For whom is this big book? Huwa lil mudarrisi. Is it? Why translating it? Because it is for ghayrakil. It's male, that's why huwa damir is used. It is for The teacher, the teacher. لا هو لا هو للطالب. It's no, it is for the new student. This is sifa for طالب. This is for the new student. أين الملعقة spoon الصغيرة? Where is the small spoon? Here it is in the cup. That's how you translate it. This is our khabar with harf jar, shibhu jumla, and this is mubtada. Aina al-kursiyu al-maksuru. Maksuru means broken. Where is the broken chair? Huwa hunak. It's mubtada and khabar. It is there. Let's quickly move on to the next portion of our lesson. It's tamarin regarding the section ba. Iqra wa uktub. So let's do the grammatical rules and structures and haraka with this. At-tabibu al-jadidu mubtada sifa. As I told you, sifa can come from mubtada just after the mubtada. Fil mustashfa. Now this is having a weak letter alif maksura here. So it will not show a kasra. Never. So this is our khabar with harf jar shibu jumla and mubtada sifa khabar, and this is atf. So another new jumla ismiya at-tabibu al-qadimu fi al-mustawsafi. Now mustawsaf is the clinic. Fi, and this is also our shibu jumla for khabara. Al-qalamu al-maksuru sifa mubtada ala al-maktabi, our khabar with harf jar. Al-mirwahatu mubtada fan, this is fan. Al-mirwahatu al-jadidatu, why? Ta marbuta sifa. Fil ghurfati al-kabirati. This sifa is for ghurfa and this is a khabar with harf jar. Khabar. Al-lughatu al-arabiyatu. This is mubtada sifa. Sahlatun. This is khabar. Why ta marbuta? And yes, tanween damma, because it's just a khabar. And this is sifa for lugha. So you need to give your khabar in tanween. Al-waladu at-tawilu. Sifa mubtada. Alladhi. This is ism mawsul. Who, because it's being used for walad. So we will translate as who. The tall boy who exited, it's kharaja min al-fasli al-an, now talibun min al-kuwaiti. Now where is our khabar? Where is our khabar? Look for the khabar. What are the signs for khabar? It gives the information about the mubtada. Yes, which noun is giving the information about the mubtada? He is a student. Yes, the boy is a student. It's the khabar, information about the boy. And the second, tanween, it's nakira. Yes, and in gender, male and male. So these are the points for khabar to recognize. Yes, this is khabar for us, and extra. These are all extra. Kharaja min al-fasli min Kuwaiti. These are all extra. So your mubtada is ala waladu al-tawilu and khabar is talib. So these type of sentences will come in future, inshallah, and when it comes, I will explain in detail. So let's do the remaining sentences. Now, ana fil madrasati. Ana fil. This is mubtada. This is khabar. And sanawiyati is the sifa for madrasa, secondary school. Dhahaba ar-rajulu. Now know that file is always in marfu case having a dhamma. Al-fakiru. This is sifa for the file. So, and this is jumla failure. So we don't have mubtada here. We have file and sifa for the file. Ila harf jar and al-waziri minister. Wazir means minister. Now, dhahaba rajulu al-fakiru means the poor man. Now, when you want to translate, you will translate the poor man. The first sifa, I mean first adjective, and then the noun. The poor man went. In Arabic, first the fail is written because in jumla failure we have our formula. Fail plus file. So we need to put the fail first, then the file. So when jumla failure comes, I will discuss in detail. So right now, the poor man went to who? To the minister. Jalasa, this is also jumla failure. Jalasa talibu al-jadidu. This is sifa for file. Khalfa zarf. Hamidin. And as-sikin is knife. Al-Kabiru, Mubtada. This is Jumla Ismiya. Why? Noun is starting. Al-Sikinu Al-Kabiru. The big knife. Haddun means this is khabar and it's nakira. So it's very. Jiddan means very. And this is mabni. Mabni. It doesn't change. And hadun jiddan means very sharp. Man hadha al-waladu al-qasir? Who is this small boy? Huwa ibnul mudarrisi al-jadidi. This is sifa for mudarris. Okay. Now the next question is imla al-farag. Like fill the blank spaces. Imla means to fill. Imla fil farag fi ma yali bin naat. Naat means sifa actually. With the you need to fill it with the sifa allazi, that which. Now I'm going to translate because it is for ghair aqil. Allazi you will translate as that which, bayna qawsain, in between brackets, ba'da tahliyati. Tahliyati means changing. Al means changing with the al, means you have to make it marifa. It's nakira here, but you need to make it marifa in the luzum, where it is means necessary. Necessary where it is necessary. So right now we will do this. Aina al mudarrisu. So you need to put the sifa adjective. So it will be according to the noun here. Al jadidu. At-tajiru al-kabiru. Kabiru. Fi Ana talibun. Now it's nakira. Why? Mubtada khabar. You need to keep the rules in mind. Qadimun. So will you put qadim? Al-qadim? No, because it's nakira. So I'm putting sifa for nakira. Qadimun. That's why they said where it is necessary. Jalasa at-talibu al-jadidu. Okay? You need to put al here. Khalfa Muhammadin. Man al-waladu at-tawilu. الذي خرج الآن من الفصل. عمار ولد. This is خبر. This is مبتدا. So قصير. فيصل tabibun. Khabar, so shahirun. Let's check the next. Okay, we have the liman hadha sariri maksurun. Now, if you see the here, liman, for whom is the bed? Hadha sariru, the bed. Okay, this bed actually. This is our mubtada, and sariri maksurun. So, what will you do with this? Al Maksuru. This is sifa, right? We need to search for sifa. Maksuru. Now, haza qalamun, because there is no al here. Haza qalamun maksurun. So this is the difference between the two. Haza sariru al maksuru. Aina sikinu hadun. Now hadun is the khabar here, and this is mubtada. So let's move forward with the last leg of our lesson here, and this is liman hazihi sayyaratu. Liman hazihi sayyaratu. For whom is this car? What is your sifa? Al jamilatun. Jamilatun. Sorry, jamilatu, because it's an al jamilatu, and sifa for sayyara. Iqra mayali, and we need to see what is this. Okay, in this section it's actually some random sentences, but there are usage of alladhi. As I told you, alladhi is known as ism mausul. Ism mausul in English you can say the relative pronouns, and there are male and female relative pronouns, and there are ma and man also, which comes as relative pronouns and as questioning tool. When these two comes for questioning tool, they don't make any changes on the coming noun, but when these two come as ism mausul, they make changes. So they don't make such changes, but you need to make out the difference between the is mausul and the questioning tool. You won't find any question mark in those sentences when they come as is mausul. This is the most easiest way to find out that this has come as is mausul, ma and man. I have just introduced this so that there should be no confusion when we do it in future. Ma and man as a relative is mausul relative nouns. So basically at-talibu allazi kharaja min al-fasli. So here actually at-talibu allazi. Now this alladhi is mausul is all marifa. We have an al. This is also marifa, and now it is coming as after a noun. Now, when it comes after a noun, so know that it is coming as a sifa. Ism mausul is coming as a sifa here, because what is the point of recognition? It's coming just after the noun. Al-kitabu alladhi. So it is coming as a sifa for kitab. Now one may ask why it is coming as a sifa. This is the rule for ism mausul. There are rules, a lot of rules for ism mausul. One of the rule is when it comes after the noun, it comes as sifa. And there are other rules, but I'm not going to do it now. Otherwise, now, because if I do the rules of ism mausul now, you will all get confused with all the rules of jumla ismiya. So I need to separate this, and why they have given this is just to tell you that sometimes ism mausul comes as sifa also. Liman hazal qalamu al jamilu sifa for qalam. Alladhi, another sifa. So these are all coming in continuation. Sifa 1, sifa 2. So in a sentence, two sifas may come. Al-maktabi, on the table. Al-baytu al-kabiru allazi, sifa 1, sifa 2. Fi dhalika shari'i. Fi, because of the fi, so the haraka will be kasra, not here, because this is considered to be one word. Now this whole thing is our mubtada, because it's sifa for bait, and bait is male, that's why allazi. في ذلك للشارع للوزير, this whole thing في shibhu jumla is khabar. Same way here also mubtada, and this is sifa for kitab, and this whole thing is khabar. And here also this is mubtada, and from here this whole thing is coming as khabar. Now we know that khabar may come as jumla failure also, so this is khabar jumla failure. And there are different types of khabar, as we did shibhu jumla, but there are also khabar as jumla ismiya. Khabar can come as a noun, single noun. It can come as a jumla ismiya. It can come as a jumla failure. And here also as-sariru mubtada sifa, and we have our whole khabar as jumla shibhu jumla with harf jar fi khabar. So let's go on to our last. And here they have described as bait man'ut, that means the noun that has to be described here, and jadidun is naat. Naat means sifa, so you can say man'ut, the noun which is to be described, and naat is the sifa noun which describes the bait. So this is the end of our lesson. Inshallah, I'll be back with another video with another lesson. Till then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.